Yeah. Also, do you guys have warm water? Like hot water?
Oh, okay, change?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Japan was the 15th country I traveled to, and when I arrived in Japan, I realized that the Japanese are used to drinking cold water all year round. So I'm curious why Chinese people love drinking hot water. Just to be clear, the hot water doesn't mean the boiled water, it's just warm water.
In fact, the earliest drinking hot water in China can be traced back to ancient times.
Pottery Li and Pottery Tripod are dedicated to heating Shang and Zhou dynasty. Pottery Li is a three-legged pottery cookware. Its shape is mostly a wide mouth, round belly, three pocket-shaped feet, and some necks have 2 ears. The design makes it possible to cook directly under the feet, and the heating efficiency is higher. On weekdays, these cooking utensils are used to cook food. And in winter, Pottery Li also can heat wine for easily drink. Measures once said, in winter you drink soup. In this sentence, soup refers to hot water. This shows that in the cold winter, people have consciously heated water and drank it to resist the cold. Since Louis popularized the tea ceremony in the Tang Dynasty, brewing tea has become a part of daily life. The Song Dynasty was the heyday of the development of Chinese tea culture, and the annual output of the tea reached 100 million kilograms. And the trend of drinking tea gradually entered the lives of the ordinary people. The diancha is the most mainstream ways of drinking tea at that time, and it's also the source of Japanese tea ceremony. However, with the rise of the tea brewing in the Ming Dynasty, diancha gradually faded away in China. And with the revival of tea culture in recent years, diancha just started getting attention again. During this trip to Japan, I also experienced the Japanese tea ceremony.
Although the Japanese tea ceremony inherited the basic process of diancha in Song Dynasty, it's more complicated and strict in details. For example, in the tea ceremony, there are strict regulations on the interaction between the host and the guests, the manner of drinking tea, and appreciation of teaware art.
When we started to diancha, first roast the tea cake and mill it into powder. Sift out the fine tea powder into the teacup. After that, pour in a small amount of boiling water to make a paste. Then, pour the boiling water again and beat the tea whisk quickly, so that the tea powder and water fully blend, forming white tea foam. In the Song Dynasty, diancha was not only a way to drink tea, but also combined with tea fighting culture to become a social and entertainment activity. When people have a tea fight, people will compete with the quality of tea powder, the poetry of diancha, and the color of tea soup, which reflects the artistry and skill of tea culture in the Song Dynasty. Compared with the Japanese tea ceremony, they pay more attention to the purification of the soul and harmony between people through tea ceremony. In the experience of Japanese tea ceremony, I really like the art appreciation of tea sets, which can better reflect the respect and concentration of everything, even if it's just a small matter of drinking tea.
Did everyone have the habit of drinking warm or hot water in ancient times? Since the question is asked, the answer is definitely no. In ancient times, wood, coal, and other fuels were strictly controlled by the government, making it difficult for ordinary people to afford the cost of boiling water. So the poor mostly eat cold food and drink the cold water. Because boiling water costs more fuel than cooking, adults and healthy children generally do not drink it. So only the elderly and frail people occasionally use it to relieve pain. Even in the Ming and Qing dynasty, the nobles enjoyed hot tea and warm wine while the lower classes still drank cold water. So, drinking hot water was also a symbol of status in ancient times.
Well, that modern people drink warm water isn't really good for the body. This has to start with the basic theory of Chinese medicine. In the Ming Dynasty, Li Zhizhen's Compendium of Materia Medica mentioned that hot soup can pass through the meridian. Meridian is a huge system. It's composed of meridians and choroids. They are connected with each other. It's an important medium for communicating with inside and outside of body and connecting with all kinds of organs. The meridian theory of traditional Chinese medicine and the meridian's concept of yoga have certain similarities in essence. They both emphasize that there is a system of energy channels in the human body, through which energy flows in the body to maintain the health and the balance of the body. In the process of energy passage, blockage will lead to a series of problems such as pain, numbness, swelling, and so on. In Chinese medicine, people believe that warmth can promote the operation of qi and blood and relieve the qi and blood stasis caused by cold coagulation.
Moreover, people with weak spleen and stomach also needed to drink more hot water. Huang Yuanyu, a doctor in Qing dynasty, he pointed out in Si Sheng Xingyuan, if spleen and stomach function well, the stomach can digest food better, and spleen can better transport energy to the heart and lungs, while transferring debris downward. Because the spleen and the stomach like dryness and heat dampness, and cold water is easily to hurt the spleen's yang, resulting in abnormal transport. Therefore, you should drink more hot water, because hot water can help digestion and absorption.
Of course, living habit abroad is totally different with Chinese. I remember one time I go to the US to study. When I asked a waitress to have a cup of hot water, she looked at me with a surprised face, and then she gave me a cup of boiled water. That's super hot. Since then, I have learned that foreign life is drink cold water all year round, which makes me have a special understanding of foreigners, like they are never afraid of cold. In retrospect, first of all, in foreign countries, local people have been accustomed to drinking cold water and eating cold food since childhood, and their body have already adapted to this way of drinking water. Compared with the Chinese diet structure, we are more likely to heat food in various ways and rarely eat cold food. Like the well-known food in foreign countries are hot pot and fried rice. Secondly, tap water in most Western countries meets the standard of direct drinking and can even be consumed directly by infants. This high-quality drinking water reduces health problems caused by bacteria or viruses, making it safer to drink cold water. In contrast, water quality problems have long existed in some parts of China, and boiling can efficiently kill pathogens. It can be seen that Western countries focused more on microbiology, popularized tap water filtration technology earlier, so it's safer for them to drink straight water, which naturally reduces the need to boil water. Finally, drinking hot water has really become part of our consciousness since germ warfare during the Korean War in 1952, when China launched a national hygiene campaign in response to the epidemic, promoting measures such as drinking hot water and killing pests. Through the government's strong propaganda, people have a long-term formed the habit of drinking hot water.
I have been to 15 countries, and no one else has the same widespread habit of drinking hot water as we do. The Chinese habit of drinking hot water is the result of a combination of factors, such as Asian hygienic needs and traditional Chinese medicine-led cultural foundation, Tea culture and few restrictions shape class differences, and modern hygienic policies solidified it into a national consensus. I just wondering, do you guys have some special habits in your country? Just feel free to share with us. And also, if you have any curious about China, just tell us. And remember, subscribe our channels just in case you'll be lost. Thank you for watching and see you next time.